we just talked about the athleticism of Fields.
True.
But we also talked about how he got injured and he fought through that injury, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
If you're going to have a mobile guy, you want him to be built like an Adonis. And that is exactly what you're getting from Trey Lance. So he's bigger.
His pro day? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
My
He
God.
looked
way
the
bigger
part.
than Fields. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So he looks the part. Speaking of a strong arm, he's right there with Fields.
True.
He ran an offense that is pro style as well. You can see him come from under center, which is very important to Kyle.
Yes.
And let's not forget what type of person he's shown to be. This is the type of guy, you think about Russell Wilson in Seattle, the type of guy that everybody got behind because he's visiting children's hospitals in his off time. Lance does the same thing. So if you want somebody to be the face of your franchise and has all the physical tools that you can ask for, Lance is definitely your guy.
And something I like about him that no one's mentioned, not to argue your point,
yeah, you're good.
But he's the opposite of Fields in the sense that Fields has been crowned at a young age. He's a scout rivals king. I mean, he's been a 5-star recruit since he was 15 years old. He went to Ohio State and Georgia. He went wherever the hell he wanted to go. And if it didn't work out, I mean, that's just the way it went. Everyone still likes him. Trey Lance, everyone was like, he applied to schools. They were like, yeah, you could play middle linebacker. You can play. And he's like, no, I'm betting on myself. I'm a quarterback. And you love to see a young man who's that driven and determined. Because what you learn as an older man is that determination trumps everything. It trumps talent. It trumps it. It's what you need. And if he has it, then that bodes extremely well. He certainly looks like a hard worker.
The other thing that I'll say about Lance is all of these other quarterbacks we just saw a couple months ago. Okay. The strides that they've made from then to draft time is not going to be huge. Lance, we really haven't seen in a year. And he was very, very young that first year playing in college, 19 years old. You don't think that his quarterback coaches have been putting him through the ringer to make him better over the last year? They've been focusing only on him. Think about this. It's a different sport, but I'm an MMA fan, okay? And as an MMA guy, when you first join the ranks, you're just a part of a team. You're training with everybody else. But once you make it big, everybody's there to train you and hone your skills.
That's right.
Right? So that's what's happened with Lance. Yes, Fields was getting help throughout the year from his coaches, and that's fantastic. And so were all these other guys. But they were a part of a team, and they were trying to win championships. To where Lance, they've been working just on getting him ready to be better, to be a better pro prospect, frankly. So we haven't seen it yet on the field, but it could translate really, really well. A lot better than what we're expecting because we're still looking at film of 2019 Lance, who was only a 19-year-old kid.
Also, 0 career turnovers. And like Mac Jones, he's a champion.
Yes.
He won the 1AA national championship, which I think is significant. I mean, you would think, oh, that doesn't matter. And
he was the FCS Heisman too.
True. But again, you're running Jimmy Garoppolo out of town because he didn't win the Super Bowl. Right. So you're trying to sell Jed, sell the fan base on this guy's a winner. This guy won his championship. Mac Jones won his championship. Justin Fields never did. I wonder if maybe that doesn't matter, but it's something to think about. Okay, my turn for Trey Lance. Everything you said about him is interesting. I like a lot of stuff about him, but I just can't get over the lack of reps. He has, I think, 208 completions since high school. No JUCO. And so all the good things you want to say about Trey Lance, there's just no precedent of a quarterback coming into the league that green and succeeding. It's never happened before. I mean, the least experienced quarterbacks were Kyler Murray, who probably completed 400 passes in a year. I mean, he threw a lot more. He was used differently. So people say, well, he could be the next Josh Allen. Like, it might take more than 3 years for Trey Lance. He's so green, and that's not his fault. It's just what you got to know about him when you take him in the first round. Scary. Another guy who could bust just because it's going to take time. I mean, look at Taysom Hill. He's still developing. He started a long time at BYU, threw a lot of passes. Maybe Trey Lance is just a total natural and it won't matter, but he would be a first. He would be an outlier.
Well, I'm gonna throw out a plug real quick because I spent 25 minutes on the phone before this show with Lance's quarterback coach.
Boom.
And by the way, I knew that he had worked with Fields. He's actually been working with Justin Fields for the last 3 years. So he's worked with both of these guys. Okay. Cool. He said, and he loves both of them, and he thinks that both of them have a tremendous upside. But he's also worked with guys like Deshaun Watson.
Okay.
And he said to me that Lance, bar none, is the most talented prospect he has ever laid his eyes on.
Oh, wow.
So that to me holds a lot of clout.
More than Fields.
More than Fields. He likes a lot of things about Fields. He thinks that Fields is great, and he thinks that both of them deserve to be basically 2 and 3. But he thinks that Trey Lance, and who knows how it translates, but just as a prospect, he thinks that he is like the bee's knees when it comes to prospects.
Interesting. Well, that's a cue for us to watch the interview. Can't wait to see it. That'll be coming out soon, I hope.
Yeah, tomorrow night, Jackhammer and I will be doing Hammer and Nail Show on my platform, and it will be live. So QB coach Sean McAvoy will be joining us, and we'll be talking all of those things.
His name is Sean McAvoy? Sean
McAvoy.
That's like 2 letters away from Sean McVay.
It is. It's pretty good.
Love the take on Trey Lance and determination, old man wisdom. Yeah, it just struck me like you don't always see 19-year-olds who have that kind of drive. I mean, that's more something you get when you're like 38 and you're about to be, you're about to miss out on whatever you wanted to do in life, and you got to really get serious, like 19. Wow, nice job, dude. Because I don't know if Justin Fields ever had to do anything like that. No one's ever told him, be a linebacker. It's not going to work out for you, son. Sorry.